Gather round, there's a new video in town. I'm here to talk about one of the most disrespectful beatings Batman has ever gotten in live action history. It didn't come from the Joker or the Penguin or the Riddler or anybody else, but it came from his biggest op, Bane. Bane is probably the only nigga in Batman's rogue gallery that I fear the most out of everyone, depending on which version it is. Which is saying something when somebody like Joker and Scarecrow exist. But with the Joker, you already know what you're signing up for. It's either the morgue or Batman putting you in the hospital. No other options. But with Bane, it's a lot more terrifying. Joker will give you an exploding pie just for the hell of it and tell you that this is just a pre-workout. When Bane kills you, it's like you're letting your dad down and now he has to discipline you, which is something that you don't want happening. Like that one scene in The Dark Knight Rises. Bane kills one of his soldiers for panicking and bringing Gordon to their base of operations. Then looks the other one in the eye and says, "Search him and then I'll kill you." Like, nigga, what? You tell me that, I'm doing everything I can to not get killed. I'd be taking like 30 minutes searching his body. And if that doesn't work, I'm hitting him with a,
"What's that?"
Bane is honestly Batman's greatest op in my opinion because he's just as smart as Batman and just as dangerous as him. His track record speaks for itself. He's the only one that figured out his identity. He mentally and physically broke the Bat. He even had Batman using Venom at one point. Every time these two meet, it's always a box office fight. It'll be brutal and a toll on both parties, physically and mentally. But what happened in The Dark Knight Rises was flat out disrespectful. You got Batman, who's been retired for 8 years, doing nothing but sitting in his house watching his highlight reels like Uncle Rico from Napoleon Dynamite. Probably was on the hub for the first half of those 8 years looking up every woman named Rachel, then realized that there won't be another woman like her and just sat by the window looking at her picture until she was a fan. And then you have Bane, who has been on a Hall of Fame run since the beginning of the movie. I haven't seen a debut this legendary since All Might's. Took out Littlefinger in 5 minutes when it took them 7 seasons and incest just to get the job done. Put Commissioner Gordon in the hospital, ran up on Wall Street and took all of Bruce's money. I mean, he's practically calling him out at this point. The only thing missing is him getting on camera and telling the world his identity. At this point, Batman literally has no choice but to come out of retirement and put the city on his back once again.
Hey.
But Alfred was like, nah, I don't know about this one. Alfred was like, you talking about Bane? The nigga that blew up that plane with his bare hands? Got the metal mask? Hey, you gotta let him make that, bro. Bruce was like, hey, bro, you gotta see me. I don't care what he got. I don't care if he got a metal jaw, metal mask, metal body. I don't care. You gotta see me. I'm Batman. This my movie, not his. Even after hearing that Bane was a member of the League and that Rage communicated him because he was just built different, Bruce told him straight up to his face, nigga, I'm Batman. I'm the prep time god. I never take an L. Nigga saw that footage of him piecing up that woman and was like, I'm becoming a passport, bro. After clapping some cheeks, he goes on the hunt for Bane. Now, right before the fight, Batman gives us a top tier subway scene that hasn't been topped since Robert Pattinson's Batman. First time seeing that scene in theaters, I thought Bane might actually have a reason to be nervous. I thought Batman might actually beat this nigga. But once that gate closed behind him, reality kicked in and I was like, yeah, this nigga getting washed. Selene set this man up so easily, bruh. After a montage like that, you wouldn't even think about him getting set up. But if you know Selena's character, then you obviously knew she was gonna set him up with ease. But this is an example of this man Batman got set up by 2 women at the same damn time. That's just a prime example why you can't trust some of these women out here in these streets. You gotta be safe. You gotta be safe in these streets because he let one girl let him hit and she set him up. The other girl didn't let him hit and he still got set up. So what that tell you? After Selena sets him up, Bane's like, yeah, I know exactly who you are, Mr. Wayne. They imitate the JoJo walk and get straight to business. Now there's an unwritten rule in life and in fighting that when you fight someone in front of your girl, it's supposed to give you a 50% increase in your stats. But with Bane, it's a whole different story. Bane's logic is fighting a man in front of his girl gives him a 100% increase in stats. Batman pushes him and starts hitting him with that weak ass combo that he does in every single movie. Now this is what I don't like about Bale's fighting style in the Dark Knight trilogy. All this man does is raise his arms like a doctor getting ready to perform a surgery and just goes up, down, left, and right like a GTA cheat code. And niggas let him get away with it. And don't come at me in the comments about, oh, his fighting style is realistic. He was armored up so he can't be as mobile as the others. And it was just to reserve stamina and blah, 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 blah. Because if that was the case, why was this nigga breathing hard every 5 seconds? You can't communicate like this without breathing hard every 5 seconds. Ugh. You can put any of the other. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that, bro. I'm sorry about that, bro. I didn't mean to do that. I didn't even mean to freaking do the voice. It just came natural, bro. That's just how iconic the Batman. That's just how iconic the Dark Knight trilogy is, bro. That voice is just iconic. You can put any of the other live action Batmans we got, and I guarantee you that they would have made that fighting style look much better than Bale did. Even though Bale was doing all of the stunts, they still would have made it look better. Hell, even Arkham Batman would make that fighting style look like the second coming of Jesus, in my opinion. Like, no disrespect to Andy Norman, because I know one of y'all probably mad right now in the comments. Bane grabs his hand like Spider-Man did Winter Soldier and goes straight to work. After Bane grabbed his hand, Bruce was like, what the hell is this nigga? You know, it was very reminiscent of when that one dude pulled up on John and went missing afterwards. That's literally what this fight was like.
Nigga, that ain't shit to me, nigga. You said to me, what's up, nigga? Nigga, swing again. Yeah, shit hurt, don't it? Come on. Let's swing.
Nope. Don't look at me. I told you not to come out here in the first place. Nuh-uh. Now look.
Bane was just letting Bruce fight with all of his anger and doing literally nothing to him. Whole time, Bane was thinking in his head like, I know this nigga Rage did not lose to this weak ass nigga. The fight was looking so bad that Batman was the only one sweating, when Bane was the one doing the most damage. Batman starts doing tricks on it, but that does literally nothing to Bane, and Bane just starts dropping Shakespeare bars on him. Then the screen fades to black, and Bane's like, wait a minute, the movie over already? I didn't even get to break his back yet. He grabs him by his neck and punches him so hard that he literally sees the light. Bane does an ultra combo on this man's mask so bad that it cracked. He reveals that while you've been laying in bed, I've been building a lair right under yours, and straight up steals all his tech and vehicles. Batman somehow gets up because he thought the plot armor was kicking in, and Bane backhands him and proceeds to break his back. I remember thinking they were gonna find some other way for Bane to break his back because, you know, the Dark Knight trilogy is supposed to be realistic, so they're not just gonna have some grown man lift another man up that's probably weighs more than him and break his back just like he did in the comics. But Nolan went all the way out with it and literally got his back blown out. I thought they would have just had Bane freaking get a car and run him over with it, just like he just catch Batman lacking with a car and just run his ass straight over it. That now that would low-key be funny, I ain't gonna lie. Just seeing Bane pull up in a freaking a Mustang or a freaking Lambo, Bugatti, or whatever you want to, truck or whatever, and just straight up hit Batman. Just hit Batman after he just finished fighting like 3 or 5 niggas at the same time. That'd be so freaking funny. But off the point, back to the subject. Like, I don't even think this beating was a part of the script. I think all Bane was supposed to do was break his back and call it a day. I think once he found out that once he found out that Bruce had clapped Talia's cheeks, he had to go all out and expose this man in 4K. I bet he had a secret camera somewhere and showed it to her afterwards and was like, this the nigga you let hit Raw? Couldn't be me though. Bane beat this man so bad that he forgot that he had a super strong leg that could have easily sent Bane flying. We saw this man kick a brick wall with ease, and he can't even kick a man. A man that's not as strong as a freaking brick wall. Like, come on now, come on, bro. I know the beating was bad, but it couldn't have been that damn bad. No one blows backs out better than Bane, and it's not even close. But what makes Bane and Batman's rivalry so much more special than his rivalry with Joker is that it teaches you that no matter how many times he gets knocked down, he'll still get back up and win. I mean, this man Bane buried him alive at one point, and he just got back up out of the coffin like he was the Undertaker. But with that being said, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like and a comment. Make sure to subscribe for more. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.